Hello everyone, welcome back. If you are new here, this is Love No Limits, okay? My name is Kay, and here is your daily pick a card reading. This reading should give you some insight on what is going to be occurring for you within the next 72 hours, aka this weekend. However, this video is timeless, okay? So whenever you stumble across it is when this message is meant to be heard. So my friends, meditate on which pile is for you. Feel free to pause the video if need be. If these readings end up resonating with you, let me know down in those comments below. Even if you don't feel like saying much, dropping a rose down there really does go a long way. If you find yourself enjoying the content, for me, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Both of these things, okay, promote more content in the future. But my friends, let's jump into this pile selection. This is going to be pile number 1. This is going to be pile number 2. And this is going to be pile number 3. Timestamps are always located down below in that description box, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. Hi pile number 1, welcome to your reading. This reading is timeless, of course, so whenever you come across this video is when this message is meant to be heard. But pile number 1, today you guys have picked number 33, Spirit of the West. This card is from the Earthcraft Oracle deck. Beautiful imagery here. So number 33, Spirit of the West. The Spirit of the West is connected to the element of water and initiates you to the energy of sensitivity, nurturing, feeling, rest, and self-care. It comes to you during times of stress, overwhelm, burnout, and a deep need to repair and rejuvenate. Darkness and solitude are often associated with this unknown and loneliness, but there is also a protective quality to these energies. In the depths of the soul, there is no expectation to do anything other than be and receive what is available to you. You have pulled this card because you need to slow down and nourish your spirit. You must regather your strength and have compassion for yourself and all that you do. You deserve the right to seek solitude and time for yourself. You are owed this time to slip into the realm of your spirit for inner guidance and support. The rest of the world can wait until you have enough fuel to be its warrior once again. Beautiful energy, pile number 1. Okay, so a few things came to me intuitively while reading the description of this card here. Things like darkness, solitude, okay, the unknown. These are things that are really sticking out to me. So pile number 1, within the next 72 hours, like this card suggests, okay, you might be taking some much needed time alone. Okay, for some of you, I am getting like this visual of someone like spring cleaning, spring cleaning their house. I mean, that's great energy, right? Because today it is currently September 1st. So the day I am recording this is the day it is getting published. So yeah, today's September 1st. So pile number 1, I feel like within the next 72 hours, okay, you're going to be feeling the need to clear out for some of you. Okay, the need to wash away just came to mind. Interesting. If you resonate with, really needing a self-care day, if you haven't had one in a long time, I definitely see you taking a lukewarm shower. Okay, I see steam. Something about the skin being exfoliated. Who knows? Maybe you're going to go to have a spa day. Okay, perhaps you're going to just be sitting in your own energy within the next 72 hours. But yeah, I'm definitely picking up with the water aspect behind this card, pile number 1. A lot of healing that will come with this solitude. So pile number 1, beautiful start here. Okay, I'm definitely seeing a lot of rejuvenation happening. But let's take a deeper look and see what your cards have to say here. So your first tarot cup. I think Mercury is still in retrograde, so just work with me, friends. So your first tarot card today, my friends, is the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups, okay, so we're starting off the reading with more water. The Two of Cups often represents things like partnerships, right? So pile number 1, perhaps within the next 24 hours, if you do connect with this energy of needing to relax, needing to rejuvenate. For some of you, perhaps you will be doing this with a close pal, okay? A significant partner, a brother, a sister. I'm picking up here. Take it how it resonates. But yeah, I definitely see you either needing to take time, okay, away from this Two of Cups, but for the majority of you, I feel like you're actually going to be enjoying the next 72 hours with a friend, with a good friend. For some of you, I am picking up perhaps this is a friend you haven't seen or heard from in a long time. Okay. Something I also would like to point out is the direction west. The direction west is often associated with endings, right? I mean, the sun goes down in the west. So perhaps within the next 72 hours, you will be reconnecting with someone, okay? Or this Two of Cups could be representing, an ending altogether with someone that is very present in your current life at this moment, pile number one. Let's see how the reading goes. So your second tarot card today is Justice. Good. So pile number one, with the Two of Cups and the Justice card coming out in your spread today, I feel like whatever is going to be taking place for you within the next 72 hours, okay, it's going to help balance things out in general. So pile number one, for some of you, you may resonate with, okay, perhaps one particular area of your life isn't as balanced, or there isn't as much fair play, okay, as you'd like it to be. So for example, I'll just give you an example, right? Only take this example if it actually resonates, but it is just an example. So pile number one, say for example, you have been in relationships, in connections that treated you unfairly. Okay, this is an example. If that is the case, within the next 72 hours, I definitely see you, like this oracle card suggested, taking some time to yourself, perhaps reevaluating something, right? Because, solitude, okay, darkness, it is kind of reminding me of the Hermit card almost, which is all about, going within to seek, to search, and then coming out with a new perspective, okay, with a new way of looking at something, right? So pile number one, I feel like within the next 72 hours, okay, there's some area of your life that definitely needs some reevaluating, okay? And for some of you, I feel like this has to do with your connections, your bonds that you make with other people. Within the next 72 hours, expect something to occur to allow more fair play, okay, to enter your life. So pile number one, if this doesn't have to do with relationships, okay, take it how it's resonating, all right? But let's dive a little deeper here. So your last tarot card today is the Nine of Cups, which is the Nine of Dragonflies. This is a great sign, okay, pile number one. The Nine of Cups often represents a wish being fulfilled, a wish being granted. So within the next 72 hours, okay, I definitely see you, pile number one, taking some much needed time alone. Perhaps you won't be alone the whole 72 hours, okay, maybe just half that, right? Maybe just 24 hours out of the 72. But I definitely see you reconnecting after a significant time of being alone. You're reconnecting with someone, okay, this could be a person you know, this could be a past person that you haven't spoke to in a while, okay, whatever the case may be, but I feel like this person is entering your life to provide more fair play in an area of your life. So pile number one, if this reading has to do with romance, all right, then within the next 72 hours, perhaps someone will enter your life, someone you can connect to, okay? If this reading has to do with your occupation, right, the workplace, perhaps you are lacking someone to network with, right? Then within the next 72 hours, this reading would be telling me there's someone that you're going to be introduced to help serve you in that area of your life better, to help provide you with a better network, right? Or provide you with something to help you manifest what you're desiring at this time. So this is what the Nine of Cups is kind of telling me here. Beautiful stuff, pile number one. Okay, I hope this reading is making sense. Okay, if it's not, definitely try choosing another pile. All right, but pile number one, I have your last oracle card here. Let's see what solid advice wants to come forward. Ooh, so you guys have number 30 with time. Number 30 with time. So pile number one, your advice is time. Perhaps within the next 72 hours, you're being advised to remain patient. Okay, maybe keep an eye on the time. That may be significant for you. Only take it if it resonates, of course. But yeah, I definitely have a feeling that this time card has a lot to do with this Two of Cups. Like I was picking up before, this Two of Cups could be representing someone that you have had a previous connection with, right? For some of you, perhaps this reading has a lot to do with divine timing. I'm picking up as well. There's definitely someone with the Two of Cups. I'm definitely feeling this is a person, that's someone you are destined to meet. And I feel like the divine timing to do so is now, pile number one. Within the next 72 hours, expect to meet someone new, okay? Or if this isn't a person, to have a connection with something. It's time to start connecting with something very specific, or one very specific, in order for some sort of justified result to take place. Very interesting stuff, pile number one. Absolutely beautiful reading here. To end your reading today, my friends, I'm simply just going to give this Astro Oracle deck a little shuffle and simply ask Spirit if there's anything else Spirit would like you to know at this time. Okay. Oop, that was fast. All right, so pile number one. Anything else? Oop, for pile number one. I'm going to do one shuffle. All right. So you guys got two oracle cards here. So the first one that jumped out at me was Aquarius with innovative, rational, and humanitarian. So pile number one, perhaps you are an Aquarius. Okay, if not, maybe you are connecting with one. Okay, take it how it resonates. If that's not the case, this is just an energy. So with this Aquarius energy, okay, presenting itself in your reading today, I definitely feel a lot of emotion, okay, because Aquarius, although they're not a water sign, they are the water bearer. So Aquariuses tend to have a lot of nurturing qualities to them, very caring qualities, especially when it comes to other people. So pile number one, perhaps within the next 72 hours, okay, you will be feeling very connected to humans in general, very caring, very nurturing here. All right, but at the same time, very rational as well. That's the one thing about Aquarius is they're very nurturing, okay, they're very caring. However, they know the limit. So they're very emotionally mature. And a mature Aquarius has a very emotional, mature mindset, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. If you follow my GIF pile number one, you follow, okay? It's Mercury retrograde. Okay, but ooh, interesting. So you guys have another zodiac sign with Leo, okay, with be courageous, regal, and loyal. Ooh, I love that. So Leo, again, pile number one, you may resonate with being a Leo, okay, associating with a Leo. However, this is just an energy if that's not the case. But Leos, again, I'm seeing the word courageous, regal, and loyal. So pile number one, I feel like within the next 72 hours, this is going to kind of be the type of person that you're meeting. I feel like this is the type of person that you're attracting into your life at this time. They don't have to be a Leo, okay? But I feel like, yeah, you are attracting courage. You are attracting loyalty, okay? You are attracting a connection of some kind, of deep connection here. Pile number one, beautiful reading, okay? I love the word regal in that card. I definitely see you feeling regal, right? The woman actually being portrayed in this time card seemed very regal, very royalty, okay? I feel like that's how this person is going to make you feel like royalty for some of you, okay? But pile number one, all right, my lovelies, I believe that's all I'm seeing in your spread today. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, right? Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. And let me know down in those comments below your thoughts. All right, if the reading resonated, if it didn't, anything you want can go down there, all right? Just keep it appropriate. Just keep it appropriate, all right, guys? All right, pile number one, have a fabulous next 20 or 72 hours, and I will catch you guys next time. Hi, pile number two, welcome to your reading. This reading is timeless, of course. So whenever you stumble across this video is when this message is meant to be heard. But pile number two, today you guys have picked number 23, River Woman. This card is from the Earthcraft Oracle deck. So, number 23, River Woman. A river woman is in touch with the shifting currents of her soul. She embraces life as it comes, the gentle flow, the dammed up blockages, and the perilous rapids. How can she stay calm among such change? She knows every situation, no matter how challenging it may be, is in her favor for her highest good. Every fear is an opportunity for her to rise. Every obstacle is a chance for her to grow. And every blessing is cause for celebration. She can flow through life like the wisdom of earth's ancient rivers, dancing and sparkling, secure in the knowledge she will find calm waters again. When River Woman runs into your reading, she reminds you to trust the journey mapped out for you by the universe. You may feel trapped in rushing rapids, hitting rocks at every turn, or maybe you are at a fork, trying to decide which way to go next before you are swept one way or the other. Trust that the universe knows your intentions. You are on course to reach your desires. You are exactly where you need to be. While your sight is limited to the stretch of water immediately before you, the universe sees the entire river, from the mouth to the forks all the way to the sea. Now is the time to have faith and gather strength for the journey ahead. Fill in this time with journaling, gentle exercise, meditation, or creation for the sake of creation. Beautiful energy here. So pile number 2. Okay, a few things I want to point out. As you can see here, this card really is all about accepting change, okay? The element of water in general represents change, okay? And the adaptability that comes with that change, right? When you put water into a barrel, it is going to take the shape of that barrel. So pile number 2, I definitely see you within the next 72 hours becoming very fluid like water, becoming very adaptable. All right, for some of you, I'm picking up that perhaps in your recent past, okay, you may have experienced troubled waters, going through troubled waters. All right, for some of you, I'm just picking up this overall energy of like a go with the flow mind state, which is beautiful. But yeah, pile number 2, I definitely see within the next 72 hours, you taking, it wasn't really, so unlike pile number 1, which talked a lot about self-care, rejuvenation, I'm feeling a similar energy with you. However, it feels a little more sound. So pile number 2, I hope this is making sense. Within the next 72 hours, I see you in deep relaxation and deep content with where you are in life. All right, like I said, a very go with the flow type mindset, which is beautiful. So pile number 2, let's dive a little deeper here. So your first tarot card today is the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups, okay, this is very celebratory energy, right? The Three of Cups often represents, being in the company of others, okay, having a reason to celebrate here. So pile number 2, perhaps within the next 72 hours, you may find yourself amidst the company of others, right? I love how in this tarot deck, okay, the Three of Cups is portrayed by the 3 little women here. I always like to think of them as fairies, right? So we've got the 3 fairies, and it looks like they're actually playing in the water, right? And you guys got the river woman. So who knows, within the next 72 hours, maybe this is a little hint. Maybe you'll be taking a swim. Maybe you will be surrounded by water. I'm picking up for some of you. Okay, if that's not the case, perhaps going and being near bodies of water within the next 72 hours will provide a lot of soothingness for you, okay, clarity. Running water in general keeps sticking out to me. But pile number 2, let's dive a little deeper. So your second tarot card today is the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, pile number 2, okay, expect some good news within the next 72 hours I'm picking up. All right, the King of Pentacles is the most abundant king in the deck. He really has everything he needs, right? So pile number 2, okay, perhaps within the next 72 hours, you will be taking on this feeling. Perhaps you will be feeling very abundant, okay? For some of you, you may be feeling very abundant with your friends, okay, with your tribe. With all the water too in your reading, perhaps this is a group of people that you can connect to on an emotional level. I'm picking up for some of you. And within the next 72 hours, I definitely see with the King of Pentacles here, you realizing this and feeling very abundant, okay? Feeling very content with this. feeling. So pile number 2, your last tarot card today, ooh, is the Tower card. Interesting. So the Tower. All right. Actually, let me take a closer look at this one. Okay. Interesting. So the Tower card. Let's talk about it. So the Tower, as you can see, there's a lot of fire being portrayed here, okay? Which is interesting because in your spread we have a lot of water, right? We have some earth, and then we have the fire. So pile number 2, within the next 72 hours, I definitely see, okay, a shift in the tides here. Take it how it's resonating, but for some of you, perhaps you've been recently feeling like everything has been kind of clicking, everything's been going, the river has been running the right way for you, okay? Perhaps within the next 72 hours, something is going to occur to change that, because the Tower card represents change, right? This could be something more minor, something more major, right? Everyone's situation is going to be different, but I feel like within the next 72 hours, there is definitely something occurring, something fast moving as well with the lightning here, right? Something fast moving, perhaps even unexpected. Something is occurring to almost make you change directions. Very interesting. To make you change directions here. Interesting. For some of you, this reading does have a lot to do with, with the Three of Cups here, perhaps your tribe, okay? Or the people you surround yourself with most oftenly, right? There's definitely something occurring within the friend group, okay? Or within whatever provides you the most stability in your life. Okay, for some of you, this is going to be friends. For some of you, this is going to be your job. For some of you, this is going to be, your home life. Take it how it's resonating, but whatever has currently been going very smoothly in your life, I definitely see, okay, you reaching a fork, okay, you reaching some high tides, if that makes sense. Not high tides, the rapids, yeah, the rapids. So on a river, the rapids are kind of like the bumpy parts, right? There's lots of rocks. It goes very fast. It's hard to see. You can often get hurt on it if you're not careful. So pile number 2, watch out for this Tower, okay, occurring within the next 72 hours. However, like I was just saying, I feel like it's nothing more than a bump in the road, okay? And like the river, it keeps flowing, right? Water doesn't stop at the rapids. No, it keeps going. No matter how hard or tribulating the process is, it perseveres. So pile number 2, I definitely see you, okay, embodying this persevering energy. This energy of you saying, but everything will be okay, right? That's a good thing. That's beautiful energy, pile number 2. But my friends, I have your last oracle card here. Let's see what it wants to say and what solid advice wants to come forward. So you guys have numbers 18 with sweets. Interesting. Sweets. So pile number 2, okay, I often associate this card with sometimes, okay, something could taste very sweet, right? It's the sweet things in life, right, that make us smile. However, just because it's sweet doesn't mean you should eat more of it, right? So pile number 2, I feel like with this card presenting itself in your advice card today, definitely take a look at things that seem a little too good to be true, all right? Especially when it comes to things that other people perhaps are trying to encourage you to do or look into, right? Things that people are talking up with the King of Pentacles, Definitely take a closer look at something in your environment, pile number 2, because something is a little too sweet to be true. Something is too good to be true. Either that or, what happens when you eat too much candy? You get a stomach ache. You go to the bathroom. You have to use the bathroom. So pile number 2, definitely be careful and wary about overindulging within the next 72 hours. Okay, look out for the things that just seem a little too good to be true. Do your research, all right, before you commit to anything. For some of you, I heard, oh wow, only take this if it resonates. So I did hear special treat, like, like weed treat. Be careful about eating or accepting food from others. I'm picking up for some of you. Like I just saw a visual of someone eating a brownie that they thought was a brownie and it was a special brownie. And that definitely would cause a tower moment, okay, depending on where you are. But pile number 2, yeah. So I really wouldn't worry too much about the Tower card. I feel like this is preventable as long as you are proceeding with caution, right? But pile number 2, I believe that's all I'm seeing in your cards today, my friends. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a rose down below. All 3 of these things really go a long way. They help promote content in the future and they help keep the channel going. So definitely get on board with that. Okay, my friends? Pile number 2, most importantly, have a beautiful and blessed next 72 hours, my friends. And I will catch you guys next time. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. This reading is timeless, of course, so whenever you stumble across the video is when this message is meant to be heard. But pile number 3, today you guys have chosen number 22 with Rise. This oracle card is from the Earthcraft Oracle deck. Beautiful imagery here. Lots of fire. But pile number 3, number 22, Rise. It's time for an awakening. The traumas, wounds, and heartaches of your past are over now, because you have been brave enough to confront them and burn them down. Ooh. Now you are standing on the fertile ash of your past, ready to rise. This is a card of realignment and self-development. You're ready to charge ahead, so stop doubting yourself. You know what you want and need. The only thing missing now is for you to stand up and reach for it. After all you have been through, it is safe for you to share yourself with the world again. The right people are waiting for you to rise, and greet them with an open heart. This card is auspicious for those of you looking for new love and friendships. Ooh, I love this. So pile number 3. I love this energy, okay? Within the next 72 hours, I definitely see you embodying this phoenix-like energy, right? All the worry, all the pain, all the self-doubt, okay, all the trauma, all the wounds, all the heartbreak, they are burned to ash. They are being purified, pile number 3. And at this time, I see you rising up, leveling up through the ashes, and going after what you want, right? Like the lotus flower, right? The lotus flower is one of the most beautiful flowers, one of the most visually beautiful flowers, right? And it stands for purity. But the lotus flower has to climb through those muddy, dark waters, those thick, nasty waters in order to be seen. So pile number 3, I feel a similar energy for you, okay? I feel you are the lotus at this time. You are pushing through the mud. You are pushing through those dark waters because you have a goal, okay? You have a dream. You have a goal, okay? Or if you don't, that's fine too. I just see you pushing through. Perseverance, okay? Perseverance is the theme for this reading, pile number 3. Beautiful energy, okay? Like this card suggested as well, perhaps within the next 72 hours, you will be meeting new people, okay? Meeting new friends, right? Beautiful energy. I absolutely love it. Pile number 3, let's dive a little deeper into your spread. So your first tarot card today is the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands. Okay, so usually the Ten of Wands represents things like putting things onto ourselves, right? The burdens, all the burdens that we carry, whether it be our burdens, okay, or someone else's burdens, right? All the stress, all the heavy shit. All that heavy shit, right? Pile number 3. So I feel like this is actually a good sign. I feel like with the Rise card and the Ten of Wands being the first card to come out here, I feel like this is telling me that you are starting from scratch. Within the next 72 hours, pile number 3, if you resonate with feeling the heavy burden, if feeling the heavy load, feeling tired, feeling drained, expect to feel revitalized, expect to feel alive, expect to feel lighter, all right? I definitely see for the majority of you here, okay, a lightness, right? Look at this man. He is walking hunched over, but he is persevering. Ooh, I like that. He is persevering through. I feel like this is you guys, pile number 3. Like that lotus, you were carrying all the heavy mud, the dark waters, all that heavy shit. And within the next 72 hours, expect to feel light, okay? Expect to feel reborn, purified in a way. Very beautiful energy. I definitely see with the Ten of Wands being present, within the next 72 hours, a very stressful situation is coming to an end. All right. For some of you, perhaps this stressful situation has to do with other people. Okay. For some of you, this stressful situation could be more in the physical, financial. All right. Take it how it's resonating, pile number 3. But your second tarot card today, ooh, is the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands, okay, this represents movement, communication, and things going very fast. So pile number 3, within the next 72 hours, I do feel like something is going to take place or occur, or something is going to be communicated that is a bit unexpected, right? To me, the Eight of Wands, to me, the Eight of Wands could often represent a surprise of some kind as well. So pile number 3, okay, expect to hear some good news, okay? Perhaps I actually just like had a little visual, all right? So I'm seeing someone, okay, in a massive amount of debt, right? And then they get a phone call and they answer the phone, and the person on the other line basically tells them that some miracle, okay, took place that wiped their slate clean. That's what I'm feeling for you, pile number 3. Okay, I'm not saying this reading has to do with finances. For the majority of you, okay, it does not. But I do feel a sense of relief, okay, of wow, like, going back to square one, but for a good reason, right? So pile number 3, I definitely see something occurring within the next 72 to help wipe the slate clean, to help relieve all these burdens, all these responsibilities, okay, all these anxieties from your life. Beautiful energy. Your last tarot card today, ooh, is the Emperor. Good sign, good sign. So pile number 3, okay, one thing I want to point out, the Emperor is often associated with the zodiac sign Aries, right? You guys did get rise, lots of fire. The zodiac sign Aries is a fire sign. So pile number 3, you may resonate with being a fire sign yourself, okay? Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. However, you don't have to be. It's just an energy. But it's very interesting because the Aries zodiac sign is the youngest, right? He represents a freshness. They represent a newness, a new beginning, right? They represent leadership. So pile number 3, within the next 72 hours with the Emperor card present, I feel like you guys are going to be guided by someone who really knows what they're doing. Okay, like I was kind of suggesting with that little example with the phone call, right? And someone saying, hey, a miracle has taken place, okay? All your debt is wiped clean. I feel like that's what this Emperor is representing. An Emperor is someone who follows the rules, right? Someone who is very knowledgeable, okay, about certain processes, or I heard the word investments, interesting. Take that if it resonates. But yeah, I feel like within the next 72 hours, right? Because this Rise card did suggest something about meeting new friends. So perhaps you are meeting someone or communicating with someone that will help you get out of this troubling situation. Someone who knows what they're doing, okay, is a professional in their fields and knows how to find the loopholes, I'm hearing. Find the loopholes. Interesting. So pile number 3, if you resonate with, perhaps something having to do with your finances, okay, IRS, anything in the judicial system, within the next 72 hours, okay, I feel like you're going to be meeting this Emperor, you're going to be communicating with this Emperor, and this Emperor is actually going to help you get out of whatever has been burdening you at this time, okay? If that is not the case, pile number 3, then perhaps this Emperor represents finding that loophole in your situation. Most situations have one. I'm not gonna lie. I've been in I've been in my fair share of, having to deal with things, that I had no level of expertise. Like, for example, taxes, right? How many of us actually know how to file taxes? Not many of us, okay? There's no shame in admitting it. Most people pay someone to do that work for them. So I feel like that's what this Emperor is kind of representing at pile number 3. However, I have your last oracle card here, pile number 3. So let's take a look at what solid advice wants to move forward. So you guys have number 2. Ooh, number 2 with roots. Very interesting. Okay. You guys got 22 with the rise, right? And then you got a 2 with the roots. So watch out for the 2s. Pile number 3. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. That is definitely a double synchronicity. But pile number 3, roots. I often associate this card with our ancestors. Okay, people we're related to, our elders as well. So who knows? Perhaps within the next 72 hours, this emperor is actually someone you may be related to. Interesting for some of you. This could be an elder in your family, an elder in your community. Perhaps this is a veteran of some kind in their field, right? And you're going to be looking to them for some solid advice. Not just that, but I feel like this person or this place or these people genuinely want to help you. Okay, pile number 3. So you definitely are, within the next 72 hours, I definitely see you guys, okay, starting to formulate your spiritual team here. Yeah, teamwork keeps coming to my mind. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Pile number 3, all right, I'm actually going to I'm going to shuffle this deck once and see what wants to come out. This is the Astro Oracle deck, okay? So Spirit, is there anything else that you would like pile number 3 to know? Anything else they should be aware of? Okay, interesting. Very interesting. All right, so pile number 3, the first card. Ooh, you guys got 2. Got 3. So your first one is Psyche with soul, consciousness, and mind. Interesting. Perhaps for some of you, okay, the people you're going to be connecting to or the person you're going to be connecting to are people or a person that you can connect to on a soul level, right? Maybe that's why you're receiving the support you are because of that connection. Like, for example, I'll give you a little example, pile number 3. When you relate to someone on a soul level, if you've been through that hard shit and you see someone who is going through that hard shit, personally, I speak from experience, I would personally feel for that person. It makes me want to help that person, right? So pile number 3, perhaps, yeah, like I was just suggesting, whoever you're going to be connecting to at this time is definitely someone you have a soul connection with. Or not soul connection with necessarily, but you can connect to on a soul level. You really do understand the pain or the pleasures, right? That person has experienced. Interesting stuff. So your second oracle card is Earth with pragmatic, grounded, and enduring. Yes, exactly. It's reminding me of that word I kept using, perseverance. You guys are definitely enduring something. Okay, you're definitely remaining grounded as well. I definitely see you at this time, pile number 3, with 2 hands in the air and 2 feet firmly planted on the ground. So you're looking to expand, you're looking to rise. However, it's kind of like that phrase. Interesting. Okay. So it's okay. So pile 3, really quick. A phrase just came to my mind. It goes something along the lines of, you know how like when people become famous, especially in the music industry, right? A lot of people tend to forget where they came from, right? So I feel like this card is coming out, pile number 3, to remind you to not forget where you came from just because it isn't where you are now. Okay? I'm going to say that one more time. Never forget where you came from just because it isn't where you are now. So I feel like pile number 3, with this Earth card here, perhaps within the next 72 hours, you are going to be recognizing, okay, the opportunities to grow. However, you are not forgetting where you once were, right? Because the biggest thing that happens, or the biggest problem with that pile number 3, especially people who have the power to bring awareness, okay, or change those situations, often don't, okay? Because what happens when you are when you receive, the comfortable life, the money, the fame, all that, what happens? You forget how the struggling felt. And what you don't want to occur, pile number 3, is there are other people that are going through the mud as we speak, right? There are other people that are still going through that transition or who are still struggling with that environment, okay? And I feel like the theme of this reading is, yes, I will rise and I will thrive, but I will never forget. So with the roots card being present in your reading, perhaps that's what this card is suggesting, because this has a lot to do with our ancestors, our ancestral line, okay? You know, trauma within the bloodline as well. So pile number 3, sorry if this is sorry if I'm just stretching it out at this point, okay? But yes, I feel like you guys get the picture here, all right? Never forget where you came from, right? I'm not saying it defines who you are, not at all. However, there's something very loud about that in this reading here. But pile number 3, let's take a look at what your last card has to say. So you guys have first house with self, body, and presence. Interesting. Ooh, and check out that sign. You got Aries again. So pile number 3, you may be an Aries, all right? Let me know down in those comments if you are. But yeah, you guys are ready to take a step forward. With the self and the presence and the body being present, I feel like you guys are actually going to physically be present here. Within the next 72 hours, you are physically going to be witnessing something. You are physically going to be communicating with someone. All right. There's something about the body and the self and the physical. All right. Very interesting stuff here. But pile number 3, beautiful, beautiful reading. I hope this reading helped in any way, shape, or form it possibly can. My lovelies, if you enjoyed the content, be sure for me to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. It definitely encourages more content in the future. I'm really trying to get to this, the 500 subscriber mark. So if you watch my content often, just subscribe. Just subscribe. It helps me. It helps you. It's a community of helping each other, right? Pile number 3, most importantly, my friends, have a beautiful next 72 hours, and I will catch you guys next time.